Okay, we're back. Nice. Alright, look, I think I lost health, right? Yeah, I lost health from that. It's raining. It's pissing it down. I lost health from trying to do that jump, so we're not going to be doing that again. You broke the stream. Hey Perry1983. Hey Mupacino. The software thinks it's still Monday. Are you going to go all the way back over here? No. When I giggle to myself, you're filled with inspiration. You can run, you know. Yeah. I realise that. Look at me jog. This is what I'm supposed to do, I believe. It's 1 o'clock. You told me to unlock this theory. Do you want me to turn the music down, by the way? Do you want me to turn the music down and speak quieter? How can you jog with a hangover? Just in time. No, it's good. All right. So we're go up here, right? It's up this way. Measure head. Yeah. Measure head is law.
The unpromising race pupil.
Cop of the apocalypse. Oh, and by the way, I said sorry a moment ago. I meant to say not sorry. Okay, let's go over. I think I know what the race enigma is.
And?
Ah, God. Oh my God, this is complicated. It's shit, let me into the fucking harbour. Paradoxically, you plan to supersede the Occidentals with their own race theory. This racecraft is what rich people want us to do while they get all the money. It's just something you shock people with, liberal and soft, moist, progressive people. It's whatever you want it to be. It's a free association language exercise, degenerate race hero. I don't know about the rest, but it's clear I should stop drinking the ancient Lil Maran mind poison Al Ghul. This dump is ready to be superseded by the Arapagite superstate. I can serve as a clerk in your administration. Maybe you need a cop. Oh God, what? I don't even know how to begin to navigate this. I mean, we kind of ditched communism, so I don't go the communist thing. I don't think it's something, I don't believe it's something that this guy just shocked people with. We should stop drinking the ancient Lil Maran mind poison Al Ghul. That is true. Try to discuss racist stuff with a racist. Can't wait to hear this car crash. I ditched communism a while ago. I did not opt into communism. Logic thanked me. Oh God, that's nice. I honestly, like, I mean, do we say what we need to say to get through? But we seem to be judged on what we've said by our thought cloud. You usually miss this stream since on Monday. Hey, Nads. Plink him and I'll draw little Petros. Thank you. Get ultra liberal agenda. You got to make money. You got to hustle. Get on that ultra liberal agenda. Yeah, but we backed off from ultra libertarianism as well. You're shaping who you are as a person, right? Yeah, exactly. So I don't want to like kind of buy into it too much. Like logicking him, paradoxically you plan to supersede the Occidentals with their own race theory. That sounds a bit condescending. And we want to get into the harbour. So I might try and kind of like buy in with the should stop drinking booze, no? There aren't many options left then. Go moist live. You want to sell your soul for a chip? Make out with him sloppy style, headbutting, which I don't think we can headbutt him. Istvan Thoth is a light build. It's very cerebral. Alright, I'm gonna try to get some bond through the ancient Lilmir and mind poison.
Fascinating. The Revacholian degenerate shows signs of racial self-reflection. How did you accomplish this little feat?
Wow, okay. I sobered up for 5 minutes. I imagined the picnic face of the desert pygmy laughing at me, crooked teeth grinning. I imagined a woman laughing at me beneath her pity, terrible and beautiful. It's always been 100% clear to me that the answer to the race enigma is that I should stop drinking. I imagined a woman laughing at me beneath her pity, terrible and beautiful.
So it would seem, Thrall of Ghul. I find myself at a crossroads.
Thrall of Ghul.
On one hand, this pathetic self-therapy has little to do with the great mystery of living organisms.
Microorganisms.
Race enigma. And, of course, you will not be able to free yourself from the yoke of Ghul. It is too late. It may be lethal to stop at this point, but
This is a drinking holiday.
if the Revacholian degenerate is capable of critical
Capable.
thought, he may still prove a race adversary. Why should I help my adversary?
Okay, he's looking at the button.
Jean, baby. Do the heroic thing.
First of all, I will stop drinking.
That is not possible. The game of Shahmat you play against the rules tricks is unwinnable. The days, the weeks, the months will wear you out. The Occidental Haplogroup is
Drinking on St.
incapable
Patrick's Day.
of long-term lucid thoughts.
You're wrong. I'll do it. I'm quitting.
You will not. You cannot withstand the wasteland of realite.
The wasteland.
It's super hard, Jean. My mom couldn't do it either.
Now open the doors. I need to get Evar about getting that body down.
Very well. You may enter once. Our conversation here has concluded.
Well done. Let's go.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Wasteland of reality.
Cup of the apocalypse.
Oh yeah, baby. Here we go.
It's not fire. It's not ash. There will most certainly be a sea of corpses leading up to the event.
Yep.
But it won't be war or pestilence that causes it. Oh no. The event will belong to a genre of cataclysm. no man has dared to suspect would ever come to pass. You could only sense the shape of it, like a cavity, a pit opening up in your stomach, a throat into which the world will vanish. The streets, the grass, the stars, all will be rolled back. By whom, by what, and how, you don't know. All you know is, you're not joking around.
Yeah, this is like Nyarlathotep. This is Nyarlathotep right here. This kind of like harbinger of like death and madness before the world ends, kind of thing.
Me, you dog.
The true Nyarlathotep. It wasn't bringing the apocalypse and not becoming a racist. Thank you very much. Yeah, I guess Evil Gang prefers that path. But yeah, the short story Nyarlathotep, a Lovecraft short story. It's a kind of Tesla-esque, Nikola Tesla-esque, Elon Musk kind of figure who like, it's only like 3 pages I think, who like appears and demonstrates wondrous new technology to everyone, and they kind of like slowly go insane and like disappear into the blizzards, and this one person's like left alone going no. But yeah, I do love a bit of Lovecraft, so I'm hoping that this will get me into I'm hoping this will actually get me to the Necronomicon. I swear it's got to be in this game. Right, now Wasteland of Reality we just discovered. We can't internalize the X, we need an experience point. It's been brought to our attention that we're an alcoholic and that it's a sickness and it's killing us. You're crawling on your knees through life, your booze-filled belly dragging on the ground, your brain now fuzzy, now in overdrive, your hair sticking together with yesterday's cold sweat and yesterday's vomit. Perhaps, right, anything is better than this, even bone-dry reality itself. Maybe you can quit. No, we were just telling him we were going to quit. We're not going to quit. Just said what we needed to say. Alright, where's the gate then? How do we get down?
The unpromising race pupil return.
Where's the... door behind Measurehead? Okay, wait. We can't go by Measurehead. It won't let me walk by him. This door over here? In front of him? This one back over here?
Fuck me, you dog.
Alright, we're in. We're in. Cool. And we found that apartment building. We had to go back and look for that guy in the evening, I think. No, it's all good, it's all good, it's all good. Okay. One of the Petros is talking, but we're not going to listen. Someone left the coffee machine on. The dark liquid in the pot looks almost sentient. Dewey typewriter. Every member of the board is written at the top. Demand democracy. Yes, we like democracy, right? Didn't we? We were like vote for democracy. I'll try and show the cat when I get a break, but I'm not gonna do that right this second.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable."
Alright, we can do that.
The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move.
Interfacing, challenging, 28%. Let your muscle memory dial a random number.
Your fingers run over the dial pad. 00.
Holy shit, success!
That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952. And a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers.
That's great.
3.
Is this bad?
Calling. Calling. Still calling. Then.
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. You rent 8 and 10 millimeter film for home use. This is Lummy. How may I help you?
Is the shame bell coming? Is this a moment of shame? Do we need to wait for... Oh, thank you there, King. What is this place?
Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10 millimeter film for home use. This is Lummy.
No, I mean, what is this place to me?
Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos here.
Do you know me?
No.
Why did I call
Maybe you
you?
called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period?
Maybe, but I don't even know my
If
name.
you need any further assistance, you can visit us on the corner of Voyager and Main. I can't help you over the phone. Are we done?
The corner of Voyager remain. Yeah, we're done.
He thinks you're pulling a prank on him. The call is terminated by the other party. You're left with the discomforting sound of the disconnect tone.
Let me pay minimum wage. Alright, sorry, I wasn't sure whether you were talking about the stream there. What's this? La Fumée.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Let's see what's inside, he thinks.
I open the drawer.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders.
Hey, billion here and there. Billion. Thank you. Browse through the
Hundreds
folders.
of documents containing logistical data. 2 kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside
It's
world,
great when you already
from
know your
Marie,
name. Oh, okay.
Grad, and even Ilmara. And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are
Me when I
getting
see
blurry.
spreadsheets. Come on, let's do it.
Look how blurry all the lines on these papers are. How unwieldy your own willpower is to yourself. You're like an absurdist Samaran monk, focusing through not focusing.
Guillaume is French for William. Yeah, I know that, yeah.
Hermeneutics was almost within your grasp, but now only vague letters float before your eyes. Less meaningful, but aesthetically more pleasing.
Oh, hang on. Could I actually focus through not focusing?
You're a police officer, not a spiritual healer. You can focus the normal way by turning your attention to something and not letting go.
Okay, if I let my eyes go.
Is that what you're doing with those photos over there?
Yes.
Right. This is probably not relevant to our case. After all, we're not investigating an accounting mystery.
Did we get another go?
Whatever's hidden
Hey!
is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
Alright, look at the
It
note.
appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, Sweep office floor. More banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Alright, look, Kim, a to-do note with a list of errands for Everard.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
The special borscht seems a bit odd in the list.
Take another look at the note.
Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes. Special whirling borscht. All items on the list have been the drawer slides shut, smooth.
Postcard, Le Jardin. Why are they saying borscht? Yeah. Ooh! Oh, -1 drama. +1 visual calculus, -1 drama. Neat office shades. We don't want to lose drama. Right, is that about it yet? So let's save. Wait. No. Okay. Boom. We can just grab the code now?
The tarpaulin cloak
Ah,
is still
great.
hanging on the railing. The white rectangle of the
This is
Revolution
our
Citizens
actual
Building
police
is clearly
jacket, right?
visible
This
on
is
its
the
back.
code.
As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips. I will shield you from the elements and give my life for yours. That's what the cloak is
That's
relaying.
nice. That's nice. No wonder you wanted it back. Alright, let's stick the coat on. Disco ass blazer? No, it's the RCM patrol cloak, right? I don't know if it's our guy. What does that bonus give you? -1 shivers. Orange bomb hat. -1 rhetoric, bomb brain. Bomb brain. Look, I can't lose my rhetoric. It's the only thing that keeps me going. I am the rhetoric. -1, +1 composure. That doesn't take anything away, so we'll just leave them. I kind of like the Sumerian lounge jacket. Yeah, I kind of like this at the moment. Now we're kind of getting there, I think. Can we... No.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head,
The hobo cop of the apocalypse, let's go. Yeah, alright. Yeah. Showing some chest hair. Disco, he's gotta get like a medallion, right? Necronomicop. I think he has to be the Necronomicop. For the tie-in. Can't be fully moist, soft liberal like myself. Why Fristle?
because Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see.
Distract Kim with the hair, Mr. Liberal Democrat. Yeah.
To your disappointment,
Although I don't
there
know,
aren't
maybe I'm
any
just gonna
full-colour
throw him with the
pictures
greens
to
now.
direct
I'm not
your
sure.
attention.
If we're gonna have a
Just
go at
column
revolution,
after column of closely set text,
Moistrono,
interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections. International development, Kunst und Kultur,
Kunst
and
und Kultur.
local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
Alright,
Comrade,
editor's note.
as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression.
Meowth wash,
Crystal
meowth
Alafume.
wash.
This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turned to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fume. Unlike many publications which are
À la
content
fume.
to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel, La Fume is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers.
God, I feel that.
Only 4 issues in, and it sounds like they've already alienated their readership.
Yep.
So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics,
Who are
culture,
these? Are these
and
like the
international
situationists trying to
affairs,
like
please consider
comment
subscribing
on?
today. Yours in struggle,
Marxism.
the editors.
Is that what they were? Situationists? I think this is a communist magazine.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Alright.
This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the
If wanting to
EPIS
destroy capitalism
nations
alienates
and the
readership,
Free
then let
State
them be
of
alienated,
Samurai.
lol. Well, yeah, but it's what you replace it with, isn't it? Like, Civilization 6 gives you those 3 choices. We had a good conversation about it, but none of them are particularly attractive to me.
You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border. Something about bear wrestling in Samara. Book riots in Yugograd.
Book riots in Yugograd.
Face it, you really aren't interested in foreign affairs.
Yugo mention.
You're not even sure where most of these countries are.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. The left critiques itself perfectly.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Okay, what is Kunst und Kultur?
It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture.
I'm the right kind of fool to
Why
play
they
this game.
decided to title this one section
It keep
in
just
vulgar
brutally mocking me
is
all the
beyond
time.
you.
Okay.
It evokes a sense of recognition and fellowship among those privileged enough to understand.
That's fair, though. That's fair. You get that in Young, in the psychology of transference over there. You know, sometimes you just dip into Latin as a flex.
As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified.
Yeah, People's Front of Judea,
CS.
Judean People's Front. Splitters!
The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tourney, a critical Mazovian perspective. The Tip Top Tourney is an inter-Isolari racing series, mostly known for its high speeds, ludicrous sponsorship deals, and high death toll. In Revachol, it's held quadrennially on the prestigious Zero Carousel racing circuit.
Is that connected to what we discovered earlier with the guy who tried to jump the thing and I thought it was the racing guy? And this feels like a long time ago now, but keep my man Young's name out of your mouth, Logan. You'd have to learn Latin first. Yeah, Carl Jung and Lovecraft are a great fit. He'll be unbearable when he after playing Control. Yeah, well, Control after Alan Wake, which apparently I'm over halfway through. The other Kira was telling me. Alright.
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colourful drivers. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000
Apocalypse
word
Cop,
feature
exactly.
about all the politically problematic aspects
The
of TikTok
unconscious
trolling.
mind. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000 word feature about all politically problematic.
Where to even start? For one, there's the mass commercialism of its sponsorships.
This is
and
fair.
then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes.
Yep.
So, all of it, basically.
Hang on, who wrote this stuff?
Under capitalism,
Oh, wait.
the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even
You're
one
the
as
chaos.
elemental
You're so
as
ready
the
for
joy
control.
of racing others around
He doesn't
the track
rage quit
is
control or
reduced
be
to an
impressed.
advertising opportunity. Thus, the so-called tourney becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a frita.
Yeah, it's fair, yeah.
And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence...
Look, there's a lot of racing
audiences would
fans
quickly
in Evil
lose
Gang.
interest.
Man, you're not talking to a good audience about this. 24-hour for a 24-hour disco stream. Control is so
At
hard.
the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real racers that you're really watching for.
Well, you're right. I really am just in it for the
You
violence.
see, one cannot avoid the conclusion that Tip Top Tourney is simply the apotheosis of spectacular entertainment under capitalism.
Did you know Tip Top Tourney is actually an orgiastic ritual of capitalist destruction? I had no idea.
I can safely say the thought had never crossed my mind, Detective.
I wonder what else is really just a metaphor for life under capitalism.
I'm sure most things are, if the young men who wrote this article are to be believed. If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor.
Oh, he
Much
likes
less
racing,
motor
doesn't he,
race.
Kim?
I take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
Chaos Stvan. Racing fans and racist fans,
You
yeah,
flip
sorry.
back to the front of the
I'll
magazine.
type my diction
The
there.
table of
Racing
contents unfolds
fans.
before you.
Racing. Let's see what they mean by local
Unsurprisingly,
concerns.
much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike.
Fuck me, you dog.
Loving that diction. Yeah, if you want it a dialogically precise stream,
You skim the
you can
headlines.
have them, but
Paint the harbour
I'm not
red
really
and
into
white.
it myself.
Martinez tames the wild.
Well, that's
lions.
on you, Valerie,
A
isn't it?
city in revolt.
Why am I
First
so... I'm
we
not
take
aggressive.
Martinez.
It's not aggressive, I just
Then
had a
we
coffee.
take La Delta.
Might seem slightly more intense than normal. That's it. Not angry. Just emphatic. I guess people just aren't
Finally, there's
emphatic
a brief
anymore.
article by
That's
the
why I
writer,
come across as
Gene
angry.
Martin, accusing the
I
owner
just
of
got
the
here, how is
Volkswagen
that on me?
complex of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
Charging rent just to live somewhere is pretty outrageous. Wouldn't it be better for everyone if labour and capital could reach some reasonable accommodation? If it weren't for the wild pines, all those moochers would be out of a job. Why do I care? This doesn't have anything to do with me. Should have killed a lot of them when they had the chance. No. If it weren't for wild pines, all those moochers would be out of a job. True. Charging rent just to live somewhere is pretty outrageous. Well, gouging people with rents is outrageous. Wouldn't it be better for everyone if labour and capital could reach a reasonable... Be reasonable! But I don't know, I don't want to appear too moist. Why should I care? This doesn't have anything to do with me. Oh man, I'm gonna go reasonable. I'm doing it again.
According to these editorials, there can be no accommodation.
They
for
won't
the
listen
forces
to
of
reason.
International capital or their mucilaginous allies in the coalition.
Oh no. He's gonna convince me.
Why do communists
Well,
love
book is-
puerile insults? And they wonder why they're always being left out in the cold.
Empathy is nailing it. Yeah.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents
Alright, put
unfolds
the
before you.
magazine away. Pick anything else up? No, that's it. This done. What is the race enigma? Now, I don't actually know why we're up here. I've forgotten. There's a lot of bottles over there. Oi, 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 oi. Great machines in quiescence. Wait, there's... Maybe that's some booze. Numerous empty bottles of Commodore Red and potent Pilsner. Me Everard is helping me. Go see Everard. Go see Everard. Whoa, 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 thoughts.
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
Did I do this?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
This is really sad. I must have been miserable. Looks like I had a lot of fun. Still not convinced it was me. I must have been on an advanced scouting mission in the harbour. No, it looks like I had a lot of fun.
It really, really doesn't. Let's turn our attention and move on.
Alright.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here?
No, I don't think we need any of this, do we? Go see Everard. Alright, but I don't know where Everard is. This is the back entrance into that building where the smoker was. The racist mug. Kim hates fun. Standing in a cold, dank spot, drinking alone. Such fun. Well, it really depends, you know?
This is the night.
If you've got high, like,
The name
intrapersonal
on the door
intelligence, you
reads
can have fun with yourself,
Rene
mate.
Arnaud. Listen. it's
What is
okay to
drinking
take
with
a few
people any
minutes to
better?
yourself. Sit down and have a breather.
I mean, if we're gonna be picky about it, he's further in the harbour. Just go deeper. Just go deeper.
You need to rest. Your body is aching. Getting in here has taken something out of you. Have a seat.
Okay.
The chair is not as austere as the rest of the booth. A thin grey pillow is attached to the seat, secured to the stiles by black ribbons.
Search for a little something to help you
The
out.
drawers are empty, save for old timesheets and receipts. One small box, however, does hold some cheap painkillers. They are slightly out of date.
Read the side
Oh
effects.
boy, where to start? Elevated risk of dementia, mini strokes, Prophet's disease,
Prophet's disease.
sudden death, hair death, erectile malfunction, critical flatulence,
Critical
watery
flatulence.
black mucus, uncontrollable weeping, increased sensitivity to la opera,
Oh!
inoperable joint disorder,
Chalamet
total
mention.
spinal collapse.
Increased sensitivity to l'opera. Critical role.
Maybe this was a bad idea.
Well, never read these.
I'm not
side
here to
effects.
tell you what to do, detective.
Take the
You
painkillers.
take the painkillers. They are yours now.
Fucking me, you dog!
Alright. Have I seen Sinners yet? No, I haven't been to the cinema in ages. I run an int build. Yeah, it's intelligence. So, let's look around.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table.
Alright, we take it.
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, Rene, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform.
I have to watch
The girl
it.
is young and very pretty. She is smiling playfully. at the
Absolutely
camera.
cinema. It's a great movie. Ballet sounds like Chalamet, yeah. That's
Rene
probably what
looks
we're
like
getting.
he's about to smile. This photo must be tied to some good memories.
Why did you take that picture of René?
I'm a cop, it's instinctual to collect evidence.
Fine. But let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around.
Alright, Kim, relax. Relax, Uyesh. Photo of a happy couple. Woo, 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 woo. Ultra Series gloves, farm. Nice. Cool, yeah, looking good there. Looking good, Hal. Half-Life, my beloved. Oh, some dude.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The lyrics to this Container song are being made up as he goes along.
Yeah, fair.
The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisund on Mundi.
On Monday.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
Everard, okay.
Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
The look in his deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen.
Some to
Kind of makes you
mention.
feel like an arsehole for no apparent reason.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
What is it with you people
I
and
mean,
scabs?
I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
He doesn't seem to be waiting
Just
for us to
some
answer.
of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
Are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners? Where is everyone? The Harvard? You're Ubi,
Oh,
right?
yes. Born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just
Scabs
want you to
work
know
when there are
was
strikes.
never
Yeah,
any
I
of
know.
that
Oh,
where
yeah, I
come
remember that,
from.
yeah.
No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
What are you doing in
Oh, I'm
containers?
just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
Alright, look, we got 83% there.
Everything
No!
is pretty in red. You and Leo look like brothers as you glance around with similar childlike wonder.
Wow, red is so much prettier than
Sure
Drabble
is,
Green.
mister. Sure is. Really brightens up the place. Yes, it does.
I had to break this bonding moment, but the red containers mean they are replacing the company livery with the union livery, which means this strike isn't gonna stop anytime soon.
Why is everyone... The harbour is
Oh,
empty?
most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to
Green
work
is
when you're
not
on
a creative colour, yeah.
strike. We haven't worked for 2 months
Green is
now.
not a creative colour.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Evrard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Evrard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
What trouble did they get into?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business. Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling him to take some time off.
Don't go all bad cop on this simple, friendly fellow.
But what did they actually do?
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. That's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I
Are
was
they?
in middle school.
Toxic masculinity mention.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hearties.
Look at him. It's not going to be anything useful anyway. Don't fight it. Better to go with the flow.
Okay, Leo, let's hear about this fight.
I
you
remember
went to.
I was the runt of the class. The bigger boys always used to pick on me. You see, I had a bit of a temper back in the
Toxic
day.
masculinity
Flew off
ruins
the
the
handle
party
like
again.
Nobody's business.
We love toxic masculinity and the patriarchy. Do we? Listen, sometimes you gotta smack some guy in the jaw.
But Mr. Everett and his brother always came to help. Once they beat old Noel Becker
Guys,
so
is
bad,
Fallon
he
Woke
had
is
stitches
following
on his
this?
head.
You gotta be careful.
Noel never started another fight with anyone after this. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar are real nice guys, mister. You should go talk to Mr. Everett. I'm
We-
sure you'll be good friends. He's friends with everyone around here.
But
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
he reminds me
I'm
of
like
someone.
Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town. And Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
A lady!
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner's
Lady
done
mention.
and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here, and I'm always busy keeping things running here.
Hold on.
Yes, I
Who's
am.
this
Yes,
Miss
I am.
Beaufort you... What? Who's this Miss Beaufort you mentioned?
Oh, Lizzie. She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything.
You said my
East of
favourite
the
Isfan
river.
line ever, thank
4
you.
years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly.
Sigma. You miss Cactus.
He respects that word.
Yeah.
That's obvious.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood. Knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure.
For a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eyes.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids.
Okay.
Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years, she has.
Law school? Could she be talking about the union fixer, aka the gardener?
Okay, so this is the union fixer.
Looks like it.
Right,
I'm not
okay.
sure what a fixer is, but she is a real nice girl. Smart as a whip,
This
too.
is the one outside the hotel, right?
Telling the gardener you know her name might throw her off. Perhaps something to consider later.
Great. Are you the Leo?
Oh, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself.
Wait,
That old head
borscht.
of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
Almost forgot about the borscht. What was that about the borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every
Whirling
day
borscht?
since the strike started.
Logic is your streamer.
It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
What do you mean by taking this soup to the men? Is it for striking?
Yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rye.
Ah, okay. How always makes it the whirling?
Whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Yeah, we'll accept this task.
Oh, sure, mister.
The special
Sure.
borscht.
You do that. Yes,
It's
sir.
special because it's got an extra T. Borscht.
He didn't actually understand what you meant, and now he's just nodding along.
Yeah. What's in the container?
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to
Really?
be loaded up.
Danzig's making borscht.
Oh, you want Mr. Everard then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice
Do I lose
fellows.
morale?
They've lived their entire lives in this here neighbourhood. Guys like Mr. Everard and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everard and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
I want to find where I
Mr.
can find this
Everard is
man.
where he always is. In his office, of course.
Alright.
Bye-bye now.
Why does art inspire you so much?
It does, yes, but what is art? I have been having this. I had this conversation at lunch today, I believe. But we'll do it again here in Disco Elysium because everything's
Excellent
connected.
question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment.
Great.
In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
Would I fit into the art world? I mean,
Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes, disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture.
oh man, this is literally the conversation. This was literally my conversation at lunch. I was talking about two documentaries one's on Nazi architecture and one's on Stalinist architecture, done by Jonathan Meads. It should be on YouTube. One's called Jerry Building and the other one's called Joe Building. But they're really, really good. And the this guy, I love all of his stuff, but I recommend those two for people. And then there's some great ones on France. There's some great ones on France actually. That whole spread about like, what is it? Is it Alsace or something? Alsace is like the most French place because it's on the border. You have to be more French. Hey Polar Pandy. Jonathan Meads, anyway, Joe Building and Jerry Building. I think they're only like half an hour long, maybe an hour, but they're really good. And it shows you some examples of like Stalinist architecture, really like crazy things they built. So yeah, I have been feeling critical. Architecture is also art. Yeah. Yes, I have been.
Yes, you seek substance.
Yeah.
No vapid representations and reproductions of social
Art
norms
cop.
as made manifest in stuffy biennials.
Yes.
We're talking real living.
Yes, this is it. This is it.
Become
Art
an
cop.
art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
Oh, this sounds perfect. Is there any reason why I shouldn't do this? I want to opt in. Is there a reason why I shouldn't opt in? Do it! Necronomicop art cop. Yeah, do it. I'm gonna opt in. I'm opting in.
Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals of
Actual
the street,
art
you must
degree.
also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists.
I don't have an
and
actual
writers
art
of the
degree.
world.
Art your art.
Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop.
Yeah.
The world is yours to rip to
Display
pieces.
your BA with pride. Wow, that's cool. I must have a very quick break, gang. I know the stream's only going on for a little bit longer, but just give me a short moment. Okay, you finishing your art degree in May. Congratulations. BA or MA? I don't know. I thought everyone in Evil Gang had like a PhD in like biology subjects. That's where it was trending. Axolotl van. You hate my break so much. Why? I just need a quick break. So yeah, I had PhD in history. Yeah, sorry, PhD in history. Double major. If you're American. You have a Juris Doctor, so not quite. That's PhDR, is it? No, what's Juris Doctor? Can't remember. Literally studying Vikings and English. BFA. You have a degree in agriculture and art. Those two things go together and produce wine. Law degree, yeah, law degree, okay. I'm trying to remember what we call that in the UK. Major in international relations. You study how to get some food on your table by working. You have ADHD. PhD in dilly-dallying. You can't read. Degree in art and diploma in psychology. Very nice. Am I or have I ever been on stage? I have been on stage many times. Yeah, many times in my life. Got 35 years of stage experience with maybe a small break, like a 2-year break. But that's why I didn't do a degree in acting. My friend said he went to do a degree at Lambda, and he said we already know everything. Don't bother. Because we had a good teacher and we started, when we were, very young, in an acting school kind of thing. And you do learn stuff like that. So, because some people decide they want to be an actor at 17, right? And so you kind of have to start from the beginning. But anyway, right? You will be able to see me on stage, I guess, if you're in Prague. Should be in the fall, something, and hopefully other projects as well. I'm waiting on directors at the moment. I don't really want to direct myself, and there is a bit of a shortage of producers and directors in town. And I've done a lot over the years, and I kind of need a bit of a break from that. But if it gets to it, I'll direct. I'll direct again. Let Evil Gang be the directors. You could direct something online. It's possible. We could do that. We could do something like that. Maybe I'll try and come up with something for that. That sounds like it could be an interesting experiment to direct a character. Right. Anyway, let's get back into it because we only have 15 minutes left. So, famous last words. Grew to watch Logan on stage. Well, don't book the tickets yet. But I promised with the director. I said I must give 2 months notice at least, maybe even 3. Sea of actors and no directors. It was always that way, and I directed a lot. I've done my hours. I will direct again. I just I'm not feeling it at the moment. I just need to be directed. Say before I start the conversation with Everard. Is it better to just leave it here then? Because I'm going to be back with Isval and Woke in very shortly. You live directing is better than acting. I enjoyed directing for the time that I did it. Probably. Okay, well maybe we'll just chat for a minute and then I'll sign off. Maybe put something more interesting in my head. Yeah, it's like being a dungeon master, yeah, for sure. And I approached it a lot like that. I dungeon mastered a lot when I was younger, right? So I had loads of experience dungeon mastering, and it is similar to directing. There was so much progress stream today. I love progress. Just waiting to just launch out of the shadows with that one, not Kira. Thank you. I did actually make progress. We've been waiting ages to get through that. Well, kind of, yeah. I had to DM because no one else wanted to DM. My friends weren't so good at it because it takes a certain set of skills. Like, I had one rival DM, but it didn't do much. I cracked the case. Yeah, it was those guys that said they did it. Well, I've directed a lot of plays, so I have experience. But it depends on the actors as well, right? It takes 2 to tango. So, I opened the door! What the hell? What do you want from me? You love DMing, you love TS for people. Sounds like you're calling from the airfield. Oh yeah, with the noise effects in the background. Yeah, no, but just generally, I was going to say it's more like being a football manager when you're directing BLR shows. Because when you've got a lot of improvisers involved, you're not always sure exactly what's going to happen on stage, let's say. And you know, like I kind of like things to be quite on the rails, so it's quite nerve-wracking for me, and that is the adrenaline, because I was acting so young on stage that I don't really get the adrenaline surge that a lot of people get from walking out in front of big crowds, which is why a lot of people get into it, because it's like they become like adrenaline junkies off it. But because I was doing it so young, I kind of went through that, and I kind of like a bit dead inside when I walk on stage and get that kind of like extra buzz maybe. And I did from directing. So I did really enjoy directing, and I consider myself a director first and an actor second. Streamer is dead inside, yeah. Hot Dog Henry's eyes after he looks up from the Necronomicon. Gain the trait bossy. Well, you know, there's a thing like there's a lot of things that I could give you tips for what not to do as a director. Don't micromanage acting. Don't give line readings. You know, these things are faux pas, and you see people doing that all the time. Directors doing that, and then you're like, just act, man, just act. Why are you trying to direct this person? You're not even working together with them. So. Yeah, you've got to kind of like actor whisper, right? That's the correct way it should be done. Because if you do give kind of line readings and like micromanage stuff, you kind of snuff the life out of it a little bit. So you can't do that. You've got to give it some space. And also the other thing that you have to let get involved, which sometimes directors don't, because they do get ultra bossy and ultra like command and control kind of focused. You got to balance the actor-director's vision with the actor's take and the playwright's, right? That's the other pressure. But the other thing is that it's the spirit of the play itself. You've got to let that kind of talk to you, and it takes strange ways of doing that, but it's kind of like with the streaming. If you're going to do Morrowind, right, or if you're going to do Hamlet, right, again, what are you bringing to it? This is white noise in the background, best stream ever. Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's that kind of play, to be honest, but come and see some Misrule live when we do it. That's probably more that kind of speed. But yeah, so I really love doing it. I love the role of the director in the production of the art, but often the director doesn't get the credit in the same way an actor does, because they're seeing it and they're taking the applause and they're getting that, whereas the director really, unless they do something a bit boss mode directing, is stuff like answer questions from the audience for 15 minutes after the play, you know, and then you can kind of claim it a little bit, but that's talk to the boss. Open world improv DM directing. Well, you never know what the future's going to bring. I'm quite optimistic. I think we'll still need dungeon masters, and I'm enjoying being one. And these games you bring in are great. And just before I unless anybody has any other questions, we can sign off and then come back in a bit. But can you be in Misrule live just to show up 1 second and then leave? Everyone forgets me instantly. Not Kira, you definitely got to come and provide kind of like stand at the side of the stage and provide like woke commentary and like kind of like background disapproval for what we're doing. Nah, dinner time. Background character in HS plays lol, but I did get to coordinate a fight scene. Yeah, no one ever sees you. Yeah, exactly. You got and then if it goes wrong, then often production gets blamed. So it's a tricky one. You're so tired of being a dungeon master, but don't have as much fun when I'm not. Yeah, all right, Aries. Oh yeah, no, I love dungeon mastering, and like I actually stopped doing as much theatre so I could run an RPG because I missed it so much, and I really like gave that RPG so much, the same amount of love I would give a play, and it was great. But nobody saw it, you know, other than the players. If I was going to do that again, I would definitely stream it though. That would be cool. But yeah, I think Miss Rule are doing well. I had fun with Mark. I thought Mark Horse was great in the show. I hope everybody had a laugh who came to see Miss Rule. But I think they're pretty enthusiastic about that, so we might be getting it like once a week, maybe. But definitely once every 2 weeks, I think. Have I done open air theatre? Yeah, I've done open air. Done all sorts of stuff in open air. In Greece, oh my god, Monolithos Theatre. I'm just dribbling how insane it is, but like the background of that theatre is like Monolithos Bay. It's unbelievable. And also there's a theatre up at the Temple of Apollo, which is great, like really good. Stop dribbling, old man. Yeah, Mark Ram. Can Michael take me to the echoing stairs in Prague for one of my monologues? Yeah, can do, yeah. We're trying to set up that camping trip next, but we'll have to do it after Holocaust. We have a stage here in a cave, it's so cool. I can't write. We were all there, did you forget? I couldn't see the screen so much, and like, obviously I'm kind of managing those guys. But it's all good. The Globe did Midsummer Night's Dream in Forest Outdoor Theatre in Gdansk. Great, yeah. I've seen Romeo and Juliet live and it was beautiful. And Othello outdoors as well in Prague. It was great. And an actual storm came in. We were watching it up at the castle. It's a long time ago. You know, actors from BLR and stuff. We were watching the Czechs do it. And in the play, there's a storm that destroys the Turkish fleet and allows the people defending Cyprus to survive. Spoiler, if you haven't read Othello. But then a fucking storm came in! The storm actually came in when they had to switch the lights off and everything. So people putting up umbrellas and stuff, and then literally, like, they stopped the show, let the storm go. And then they rolled back in, and the line, I believe, is the character comes in and goes, "It's okay, a storm sank the Turkish fleet." And that kind of stuff is beautiful. And I remember Jim did something out in Stromovka Park. Wojtek, that play by Buchner, is it? And when you're doing theatre outside, then nature gets involved as well. It's a bit like the stream as well. It's a bit open to like randomness. And yeah, there was some lovely natural effects coming in into that. You can imagine I'm quite enjoying British panto. I've done a lot of British panto. I've done like various panto. Golden Goose probably one. Not in a semi-professional capacity, I guess. But when I was younger, because our acting school was also a kind of agency, so we were doing a load of work with them. No. That is not going to be. That's like pre-era of these things. Finding records of that's going to be really tough. But pantos and reviews, did a lot of reviews of different things. In theatre, I don't know. Yeah, like I could do with. I mean, if I was going to like go and have a theatre experience, it would be Grotowski, I think. If I was going to go to a workshop or something to learn more about theatre, I'd do that. That's where I'm lacking. But I do some interesting physical theatre. Like, it's not really my thing, but I do some interesting stuff sometimes, and I've directed some interesting stuff. But I'd love to learn more about that. And the Czechs are great at that. Physical theatre, non-verbal theatre, all these kind of things. Really cool. And I've seen it improv'd as well, like really brilliantly done. But I learned quite a lot from that. And Jacques Lecoq, is it? In those presentations, because they teach you to act from a different place, and that's how you get good at acting. That's how you broaden your range. You're acting from different places, and a lot of acting schools and like what people think of as acting, they focus on the psychology of the individual, right? And and using various techniques to kind of get yourself in the same space, headspace, as the character would be. But then you've got different ways in to get there, right? You can go in with a very, very physical way and use tension and change the tensions in your body, and then like kind of engage the mind. But where a lot of actors go wrong is they just engage the mind. Some of them, I mean, when you start acting, a lot of younger actors, like, they're only really acting from the voice box, right? It's coming from here, and they're kind of reading the lines in their head. And then as you move on, right, you get different control over everything. But I was always like, you've got to act with your feet, like start acting with your feet. Change the gait of your character, the way they carry themselves. Just as a starting point, just different starting points, because it affects how the character ends up at the end. Feet mentioned, yeah. All right. Anyway, it's a good time to end it. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of teeny tiny bit of Isfanthoth. We walked through a door and we had some conversations. It's a bit of a slow burner and was highly recommended. Oh, thank you, Alison. That's much appreciated. We'll see you soon, very soon. You and Monstar. And almost completed the entire game for today. Yeah. And I'll see you later. So thanks again, and have a good one. And I'll be back in an hour, I think. Yeah, I think it's an hour. All right. See you. Bye.